Good morning, guys. It's Saturday, the 10th of May, so it's my official departure day. I was entirely ready to go, just packing. My family aren't around at the moment because they're gone up north, which Saturday I couldn't join them for because of the flights today. But basically, I'm almost completely done. Got my IMC t-shirt and my cap, which I'm going to put on later, just to make sure people can easily identify me on the other side. I just basically finished packing, and I'm just going to go over, just show you a few things I've got in here, just to give you the idea of what they asked us to bring or what people suggested. So basically, I've got a lot of medical stuff over here. I've got my first aid kit there, and I've got the dental first aid kit, and I've got loads of drugs. I've got the malaria treatment kits and all the various other stuff, malaria routine meds, which I'm starting to take today, diarrhea treatment kits, loads of anti-insect sprays, which are already in there, along with various other bits and pieces. And here I've been suggested to take lots of dry food with me, so things to just eat with all I need is a kettle to put some hot water into if I'm getting back late from the lab, a few protein bars and some sweets just to perk me up and if I'm feeling a bit low on energy. And then most other stuff is basically just clothing, which I'm sure I'm going to go through absolutely loads of. Cover those over, and I wrap these all up just in case they burst in or get ruptured in some way, so they're not going to cover all my clothes with powdered soup or whatever. Yep, the other side again is mainly just clothing, which I'm probably going to go through a lot of. Got gym gear in case I can hopefully try and work out there. I've got my gadget boxes and toiletries, and then again more clothing and stuff in the other side. So that's basically it. So the cab should be here in about 2 o'clock, and I know I'm probably leaving a bit early, but you know it's best to be safe with these things. So yeah, I'll later. Just point the camera at me. Yeah. Hi guys, just a quick update. We're on the flight, the Emirates flight, 3 hours waiting in Casablanca. My sort of ex-colleague, Kat Sutherland with me, who's funny, it shows I'm from a small world. Actually, there's about eight or so of us from Sierra Leone today, so there's quite a bit of stuff to around. Anyway, yeah, they're doing great, and I'll give an update in Casablanca. Hi guys, right, we're just in Casablanca for a quick stopover, and don't worry, you're not on camera, don't worry. Yeah, just a quick stopover in Casablanca. We've got about 2 hours to wait, so yeah, just killing time in the airport. Hi guys, so just got to where are we? Right, we're in Freetown at last. It's 5:40 in the morning. I've had about 1 hour's sleep, so I'm absolutely fucking knackered. But we cleared through security and everything, and actually we had to chlorine wash our hands and fill out a health questionnaire and have our temperatures taken, so it's pretty good. So yeah, I think we'll move on in a second. Okay guys, so welcome to Sierra Leone. The footage you've just seen was my journey from Heathrow to Freetown via Casablanca, and that was a relatively smooth journey, although with quite a lot of waiting around. But other than that, it all went fine. When we arrived in Freetown, it was quite early in the morning, as you probably saw, and I was rather tired, but other than that, it was all fine. We shortly after that video clip, I then went with the rest of my team and got into the IMC transports that were waiting for us, and then we drove straight from the airport to Makeni. So I think it was I can't remember how many hours it was now, maybe 3 hours or so driving to Makeni, but it was a relatively straightforward journey. And then so we found ourselves at our hotel, of course quite tired, but I think most of us managed to sleep a bit in the transports. In the vans, I should say, and then we found ourselves at our accommodation, which was the Macambo Village Hotel, which many of the Makeni staff will be very familiar with. After that, so that would have been on Monday, so we had the Monday off, and as it was our first arrival day. Then after that, we then on the Tuesday did our first shift, I believe, but I didn't do any recording until Wednesday, which is the clip I'm about to lead you on to now. Hi guys, so it's what day is it? It's Wednesday. I've completely lost track of the date now, but basically I've not shot anything since the airport because I was completely shattered and couldn't even think about it. And so it's a quick update. So Monday we arrived, turned up at the hotel, we got our local IMC phones, which pay as you go, plus the old Nokias, they're quite funny. Tuesday was the first day shift and that all went really well. Went to the ETC for the first time and it's quite an impressive setup. And so today I'm on the late shift, but we've got a briefing first thing, so I'm going in with the day shift to start off with. And yeah, everything's been fantastic so far. It's a very interesting culture shot, but the local area is absolutely beautiful. So hopefully I'll film some of that in the car later. All right, I'll catch you later. Okay, so that last clip was me speaking from Macambo, our accommodation just outside Makeni, a few kilometres down the road from the Ebola treatment centre. Now sadly for this first week I don't actually have any footage from the lab where we're working, but I can't really show any lab footage anyway, so it's probably just as well. But I just wanted to show you a selection of clips from that week just to show you a little bit of what the first week was like. The first clip here is us all in the IMC transport heading towards the ETC. It wasn't the first time we went there, I think this is probably the third time. And in the car are mostly members of Team 7 who are doing that shift, and also a few members of Team 6 as well, who were some of whom were with us for nearly the first 2 weeks, so it's good to have that overlap with them. So the next bit of footage is from Makeni, which is the main city we were based in. And Makeni is the 4th largest city in Sierra Leone, so by Sierra Leonean standards it's actually very large. And so it's very interesting to go in and see what the city looks like and how people live there. And as you can see, it contrasts quite heavily with what an equivalent city would be like in the UK. Good morning guys, we're in, just moved in, traveled into the centre of Makeni today, and we've just been to Adnam, the local supermarket, and going through the main town. We're going to go to the main market today. It's got quite chaotic, but pretty cool, I have to say. All sorts of stuff going on in all directions. Let me just show you. Here is Sarah and Maria and Sean. Actually, we've just come out of those streets, so it's quietened down slightly. But yeah, it's a very interesting place. And another most interesting part about going to Makeni is to see the local market, which you can see some footage of here. And this, as you can see, is quite chaotic compared to the average market in the UK. But this market is not designed at all for tourists. This is literally to provide the local people with the things they need. So there's food and clothing and equipment and all that sort of thing. And quite interestingly, there was loads of motorcycles and vehicles moving in and out of the crowds too. So I thought it was a bit of a miracle. No one got injured at all. But it all seems to work absolutely fine, and clearly that's the way locals do things, and it all worked out no problems at all. So that was a really interesting experience. So here's a little bit more footage of that. And another few other things we did that week were we quite often went over to the other accommodation, which is the Makama Hotel, which is a little bit further into Makeni. And this is where most of the other staff lived, mostly the medical staff, but also Team 6, most of Team 6. So we all quite often went to hang out with them, and it was really good to spend some downtime with those guys and see each other in a non-working context. Another thing I learnt from being there is you've not seen lightning or rain until you've been to Sierra Leone, particularly at the beginning of the rainy season. Now at the time we were there, this wasn't actually the rainy season, it hadn't really started yet, but we did get a few downpours and some quite incredible lightning, which I'll just give you a few clips of here. Whoa, holy shit! And the final clip I want to show you is probably the funniest from this week, and basically it happened sometime midweek when a few of us decided to go on a little hike up the local hill just in our downtime to unwind a bit. This is one of the few things you can do in your spare time near our hotel, and it's absolutely I found the views absolutely beautiful. And Sierra Leone has a lot of hills and mountains, but in between those hills and mountains it's actually quite flat, so you don't need to elevate that high to be able to get quite a nice view of quite a lot of the surrounding area. So here's a few shots of the view, which I thought were absolutely beautiful. And the funny part came is when we got to the top of the hill, and we then realised that there was actually another mound that we needed to scale to get right to the top. So I thought, right, we've got to do this properly, so we went up this mound. And once we got to the top, one of our team somehow managed to disturb a flying termite nest that was quite happily there before we arrived, and not particularly happy when we did. So flying termites swarmed us, and this is us rapidly evacuating from the top of that mound. Let's get out of here.
termites.
Okay, we have made it to the top of the highest rock on this hill, but it's actually infested with flying termites the size of beetles. Beetle cars, that is. VW beetles, so we're just rapidly... And they're quite pissed off that we've invaded their spot, so we're... yeah, we're rapidly evacuating.
And all that. I am getting bit in the fucker. Oh, yeah. Fuck off. Yeah, I got a good bite on the back of my neck.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's not... It's okay. Okay, lesson learned for next time. You've seen masses of...
Attack! It's a swarm!
Masses of flesh-eating bugs. Let's stay clear of those. It does nothing.
They like it.
It made for a dramatic bit of filming there.
Yeah, well...
I was
drama
for 2 seconds. Ah!
It's high drama is what we're capturing here. So that's the end of basically the extra footage from this week. I'm going to leave you with my final thoughts that I shot at the time, which I think are probably a lot more honest and accurate compared to what I'm giving you now. And so I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Good morning, it's Sunday, I can never keep track of the day. Sunday of week 1, and I'm on day shift today. I'm feeling a little bit knackered because we were up till 2 AM last night over at Makeni, because it was sadly Raquel's leaving due last night. She's off at about 12 PM, about 12 midday today. So yeah, feeling a little bit tired, being up till 2 AM. But it's an absolutely beautiful day, as always, and apparently things were quite busy recently, so I'm expecting there to be a lot to do when I get to the lab today. Hi guys, so it's Monday the 18th of May, so it's officially 1 week I've been here, along with the other 5 people I flew in with, and wow, it's just been absolutely incredible like the last week. It's I don't want to start monologuing about how how incredible things are. I'm going to I'll save that till later, but basically I just wanted to put a little video at the end of this first week summary basically, and yeah, it's just, I've said this to loads of people, but I can't actually believe I'm here. The place is just, it's amazing, like an unbelievably beautiful country, and the people are so kind and friendly as well, and yeah, I thought I was lucky when I got selected to be involved with this, but now I'm actually here, I realise exactly how lucky I am. So it's really brilliant. Other team members are all fantastic as well, and there's a great atmosphere, and incredibly sociable as well. Drunk a lot of beer so far. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic, and hopefully the following vlogs will give you an impression of what the deployment's been like. And yeah, so it's the end of the first week. So catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.